So again, this is the third example about the topic mean and variance of the sampling distribution of sample means. But this time, we're going to deal with infinite populations. Ano ba yung finite and infinite population? Pag sinabi kasi natin finite population, siya ay consist ng mga finite or fixed number of elements or measurements or observations, something like that. Now, when we say about infinite population, it contains hypothetically at least infinitely elements. So, infinite yung kanyang elements. Now, sometimes sa mga problem solving in finding the mean and variance ng sampling distribution sample means, ini-assume natin that we're dealing with infinite population. Okay? Now, example number 3 says, a population has a mean of 60 and standard deviation of 5. A random sample of 16 measurements is thrown from this population. Describe the sampling distribution of sample means by computing its mean and standard deviation. So, standard deviation ating compute. Okay. Now, I have here the 3 steps in solving example number 3. The first step is to identify the given information. So, again, lagay natin yung mga given information natin. We have population mean. So, mu ang symbol natin. 60. And then, ang kanyang standard deviation ay 5. So, ang symbol natin, standard deviation is sigma 5. And then, we have a random sample of 16 measurements. 16 natin, ito yung n natin. Okay? N equals 16. Okay? Ibig sabihin, kumuha tayo ng 16 samples from the population. Okay. Next is number 2. We're going to determine the mean of sampling distribution. Use the property that, yung property ng ating sampling distribution, that the population mean is equal to the mean of the sampling distribution of sample means. So therefore, ang solution natin para dun sa ating sample mean, okay, edi ang ating mu sub x is equal to the population mean. So therefore, mu sub x, or mean of the sampling distribution, is equal to the population mean. And that is equal to 60. Okay? And sa number 3 natin, find the standard deviation of the sampling distribution. Use the property that for infinite population, we're going to use the formula for the standard deviation of sigma sub x is equal to sigma for the population standard deviation all over square root of n. Okay? Paki-check na lang the properties of the sampling distribution of sample means. Again, so to solve for the standard deviation, we use this one equal to sigma over square root of n. Again, this is, we're going to assume that the population, remind ko lang, the population is infinite. Okay. So, ang ating sigma or population deviation, standard deviation is 5 divided by square root of 16. Therefore, ang ating standard deviation of the sampling distribution of sample mean is 5 divided by square root of 16 is 4. So, that is 1.25. Okay? Okay. So, therefore, we already solved the mean and standard deviation of the sampling distribution of the sample means for infinite population using the properties of the sampling distribution of sample means. Paki-review yung ating properties ng ating sampling distribution. Again, we're going to assume that the population is infinite. Thank you.